let me pull up the correct facts here. The Capitals and the Rangers, they had 7 fights in 5.5 minutes last night. Yes, you guys are hearing right. 7 different fights in 5.5 minutes of actual game time hockey. So basically,
the full first line on each team went at it. 5 guys from each side went at it 5 seconds into the game.
Yeah, it was actually. I don't think they even dropped the as they dropped the puck, they dropped the gloves. You know,
yeah, it was literally 1 second as soon as the puck hit the ice.
Yeah, it was just
jeez.
So
it's insane.
So basically, what happened was the night before, not last night, but the night before last night, there was a player. Combs, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he was a Capitals player. He was basically,
Tom Wilson.
He was basically beating up a player that was already on the ice, and he kept picking him up and throwing him down, picking him up and throwing him down. And he only got a $5,000 fine. The player that he was picking up is out for the season. I'm assuming with a concussion or something. But he is out for the rest of the season. And the Rangers did not like that too much, so they took it upon themselves to basically saying, Gary Bettman, you did not do your job. We are policing ourselves. So Combs, you are a hockey guy. You like hockey more than baseball, right?
No, almost though. Almost as much.
So hockey is good at policing itself.
Yeah.
Do you like the way that hockey polices itself, and you think other sports should kind of follow suit?
So I do. I mean, fighting's always been a part of hockey, and when you put, when a guy like Tom Wilson, who's got a history of being a dirty player on the ice, does the things that he's doing, and then does what he did to Artemi Panarin, I mean, it's disgusting. And then when Gary Bettman comes down and the NHL comes down and levels a $5,000 fine, not a suspension, a $5,000 fine, the night after this guy injured a guy and sent him out for the season, you're going to give him a $5,000 fine and no suspension for a dirty play. I mean, so, yeah, I have no problem with hockey policing itself. Actually, if you ask me, there has been less and less of this over the years. I mean, dude, the Colorado Avalanche and the Detroit Red Wings in the 90s, if you want to see a bloodbath, look up Colorado Avalanche and Detroit Red Wings brawl. Look it up. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be 5 minutes of the greatest thing you've ever watched in your entire life. I mean, there was blood everywhere. And we need more of that in hockey, man. We need more blood everywhere in hockey. There's just not enough of it anymore.
So
Comes like blood. There's blood everywhere. It was awesome.
Yes. That's what hockey is, man. Yeah. Look, hockey is the sport where guys get cut with
where
a
cocaine
skate blade,
is legal.
And they go into the locker room and they get 45 stitches and they don't even miss a shift. Okay? But LeBron gets a cramp and 17 players got to carry him off the court.
Oh my God.
Give me a break.
Here we go.
So Wyatt, you are a football and an NBA fan. We see hockey police itself, year after year after year, game after game after game. Should we see more player policing in NBA and NFL too?
I mean, sure, it's fun to watch. It would never happen, though. Are you kidding me?
What do you mean?
These NBA players fighting now? There is no way. Literally, Jason Tatum the other day slammed a ball on the floor, and a ref called a technical for it. And he wasn't even being derogatory at all. He missed a layup and was running over and just papped it down and had a smile on his face and everything.
LeBron
and the ref
drives
goes,
the lane, doesn't get touched, gets missed by 15 feet, and falls down and flops. But you imagine if somebody actually punched that man?
You find me. He has been punched. I have pictures, evidence, because I hate when people say that, of LeBron with people hitting him in the face and tackling him. It has happened.
So
just not recently.
So basically, why you are saying that the rules of the NBA, the refs need to lighten up. They need to let the players play and police themselves. So, how can we police ourselves in the NFL? I mean, because obviously fighting happens a lot more than we see. It's just not on camera at the bottom of the piles and stuff like that. But how would you police that?
I think the NFL is the happy medium. I think you have hockey, of course, who basically in hockey, if you wanted to, you could bring out a switchblade knife and just go to work.
So what you're saying is hockey is Republican, basketball is
instead of switchblade.
You could, and then you've got basketball where if you blow on somebody, it's your technical foul.
Man,
so but football is that happy medium where
don't you ever blow me, Wyatt?
But Jesus. But in football, if you get into a fight, they let it kind of fizzle out a little bit. Then they separate everybody, and then people get fines, maybe a game or two suspension, and they call it even. I think football is kind of the happy medium.
I don't think football's allowed to police themselves. Baseball polices itself. You throw at a guy, you hit a guy, and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Football doesn't. It's hard to police yourselves in football because you can't get into a fight. You can't. I mean, if you do, you're gonna get a penalty. You know what I mean? Like,
How am I smoking?
Because you're saying football polices itself. Football doesn't police itself.
No, I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying it's a happy medium of fighting and like their ways of punishment and stuff.
Really. I mean, you can police yourself by if a guy comes over the middle or something, you hit him a little harder than. But you're trying to kill that guy anyway. I don't know. Like, ask Buck Nasty. He knows all about it. He said you come over the middle, he's laying your ass out, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So
every time.
Wide receiver slants are middle linebacker's favorite.
No, you want to know what my favorite is?
What?
A little running back. Let's say Darren Sproles, 5'7". He thinks he's going to block and then kind of like swing out for like a swing pass. I sniff that out like a bloodhound on like some blood trail. Pew, man, I am headhunting that motherfucker, and I'm laying his ass out every time. Every time I'm laying his ass out. And like I'm not going for the body. I'm not going for the knees. I'm going for the left shoulder and driving him through the turf, in out of bounds, and then pissing on his.
See, that's where you don't want to play against a guy like me, because I'm gonna come across the middle, and as I do, I'm gonna stop real quick and ask you a question, and while you're stuttering, I'm gonna catch the ball and run.
See, fun fact here, Combs, I don't stutter on the field because my mouthpiece like does something to my tongue, and I talk perfect English, so I might actually start wearing a mouthpiece for the show.
Just get a retainer, man.
Just like
throw a retainer in.
Show you, right? So we are going to take a quick little break here, but Combs, let me ask you this question: didn't old-time hockey players carry brass knuckles for the fights?
I think that was a movie once that did that, but I don't think that they did that.
God.
The thing with the old timers is nobody ever wore a helmet, so.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, dude, old school hockey, man. You want to see some hits. Ooh.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
I like that one, too. Football players punching each other in the head with helmets is dumb as hell.
So, yeah, well, that's why you just go Pittsburgh Steelers and just take off your helmet and beat a guy over the head with it.
Myles Garrett rips Mason Rudolph's helmet off his head. With it.
Dude, that's still the funniest meme ever.
It was
the meme where he's got half of his head dented in.
I was watching it live.
Oh, man.
Oh my God!
I actually have a helmet story for you guys on the after show.
Oh boy!
So if you are not a member yet, you should join and hear that great story. But we're going to take a quick little break. On the other side of the break, we're going to break down the NFC West draft picks. The draft was last Thursday through Saturday, and we are working way our through divisions and breaking down each team best and worst picks as well. So we'll be right back here on the Man Hour, guys. Stay tuned, relax, and enjoy. Grab a soda because we'll be talking some Packers, I'm sure. Drink. We'll be back.